All right, we'll be back into another 60-minute game with this opponent. We got to be ready to play all 60.
Gets into an elevator and we get stuck for like 45 minutes.
After last week's 72 to 14-point win over Simon Frazier,
Got the last laugh.
the Jacks were dialed in for this week's game at their rival Western Oregon University. Behind Jaquan Gardner, Humboldt State's leading rusher is a tried and true veteran offensive line. With long hair, beards, and an appetite for destruction, Humboldt State's offensive line is a machine. Made up of seniors and younger players who all have the ability to rotate in, the offensive line is the cornerstone for Humboldt's electric offense. The offensive line coaches, Coach White, Coach Rowe, and Coach Govan, shared their insight on the O-line.
We're confident and we feel good about what we do, and we like to go to work every day, and I know the guys that we coach love to play football.
I think we're big, we're physical up front, but we're definitely locker room guys. You know, when we're in the locker room, we're always hanging out, we're having a good time, and I think they just gel very well, and that's a tradition we'd like to continue as we move forward.
Yeah, I mean, knowing the guys really well, being in that same position, we're just a bunch of chubby kids living the dream.
Now it's time to meet the offensive line.
This is our home! This is our home! This is my home! Okay, we have to protect it! I was born on this field!
I mean, Western Oregon's always the most physical game. You know, they have, one of the better D lines. We got the best O line, and it comes down to running the ball. Who's got more willpower, Can we just talk about food?
Josh, what are the odds you drink the ranch at the
Ooh,
top?
100%. That stuff's like liquid gold, man.
Is it that good?
It's so good.
Oh, KFC. You don't need it. Nope. If you got McDonald's, you don't need KFC. What about the curl? That's very true.
True.
I'm gonna say amazing coleslaw. KFC's overrated, dude. No matter what, you're marrying McDonald's. You gotta get some flair in there. You gotta have Taco Bell.
The mac and cheese.
What about the biscuits?
2015, 13 of us pile into an elevator. 13 hogs and the fattest linebacker to ever play here, Taylor Mitchell, gets into an elevator and we get stuck for like 45 minutes.
That we are all ready to go. Jared, our center, has a very important day, getting the comms down because these guys are serious ballers. They're coming to eat our lunch. They're coming for Jaquan. They're coming for Rob. We have the ball out, and we're gonna show out with the Jacks.
The final practice before the Jacks play Western Oregon. Excitement was in the air, and the Jacks were able to be loose.
Let's cure it 'cause we're running out of time.
They were also able to turn it on and have serious game preparation. At the end of Thursday practice, the Jacks gave a special wish to one of their linebackers.
How old are you? He's 20.
Happy birthday, dear Ross. Happy birthday to you. 1, 2, 3, Jacks!
The Jacks packed up their bags and hit the road, this time on 101 North towards Oregon. Unfortunately, I was not able to go on the bus this trip, so I gave the players a camera and let them capture the trip for themselves.
What's your favorite football player, Coach?
Student body right or left, I'm not partial.
First stop was McDonald's for breakfast. With burritos in hand, the team made its way up the untouched California coast. They stopped in Grants Pass to enjoy a team lunch. There, some of the players befriended a nice lady who had a special message for the team.
Go Jacks!
That night, the team arrived in Salem, Oregon, and ate dinner.
Meet Ryan McKenzie.
At dinner, Marlon Dobbins challenged everyone to a game of dominoes.
I'm about to get it real quick. Stay tuned for the results.
How he fared? Well, that depends on who you ask.
Give us another 10. Give us another 10. Give us another 10.
We give him another 10. Still down by 5.
Now that dinner and dominoes were out of the way, all focus was on tomorrow's game. Defensive coordinator Coach Sachs ran his squad through some last-minute film review.
Communicate with everybody. No, every snap's going to be communication that way.
At the end of the night, Coach Smith addressed the team.
All right, we'll be back into another 60-minute game with this opponent. We got to be ready to play all 60. Okay? And if it takes that 59th and final minute before the clock hits 60 to get the job done, then so be it. That's what we do. I want to commend you guys. I have been so impressed with how you have dealt with the curveball that we've all been thrown. And one of the things I hear, boy, over at Humboldt State, they're overconfident. They got it wrong. They got it wrong. We're not overconfident, we're confident. A little bit of swagger is okay. It's okay. Right? Because swagger to me is belief. And it's belief that's been earned through battle, through being tested. And we know we've been tested both on the field and off in different ways, haven't we? Embrace the process. And it could be seen in the littlest of things. A bunch of guys after dinner setting up a table to play dominoes. The laughter that you hear on the bus when you sit in the front seat like coaches I do, and you hear the dialogue going on behind us. All right? Some of it, most of it's pretty good. You're embracing the process. And I admire you. You've earned my respect through how you've dealt with, everything that's going on. You've kept your eye on what's most important. You've embraced the process. You appreciate the opportunity, and you're making the flat out most of it. Good for you. Good for you. We get a chance to go out and do it one more time tomorrow. Yeah. Right? One more time tomorrow.
The team arrived at MacArthur Field with one goal in mind. The team kicked off at 1 p.m. on a perfect September day. The Jacks were off to a hot start with 2 John Todd touchdown catches. But these points were quickly matched by Western Oregon. Going into the half, the Jacks were down 14 points.
Right? It's time to respond. Here we go. All right? Here we go. We need this. Now let's strive. Let's get it done. Confidence and team play. Confidence and team play. Right? One play at a time. We get it done. All right? It'll be kickoff, then defense on the field. All right? Read it tight. Come on. Read it tight. Let's go. Let's see who we are. We need 54. We need 54 voices. We need 54 efforts. Here we go. Rise up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rise up.
Going into the second half, the team let up one more touchdown. Down 21 points, the Jacks' chances were looking slim. Until Khalil Illy blocked a punt, allowing the Jacks to take over with great field position. Slowly but surely, the Jacks started coming back. until the Wolves scored another touchdown, putting them up 14 points. As the Jacks have been doing all year, they kept driving on. As the clock wound down, the Jacks defense held the Wolves to a long field goal attempt. Going into overtime was an uncharted task for the majority of the team. Humboldt State started off on offense first, using a strong running attack to chip away at yards. The short 25-yard drive was capped off by a Jaquan Gardner touchdown run. Now it was Western Oregon's turn to tie up the score, and they did just that. Until their extra point. Coming back from a 21-point deficit, the Jacks have but one goal in mind: to drive on.